Good evening again, everyone. It's great to be invited back again this year. I enjoyed myself so much 2 years ago that in the last 2 years I spent about 18 months in the United States, so I'm kind of getting happier and happier.
I'm thrilled to be here. The Long Beach Yacht Club has done such a terrific job with this event over the years.
At any rate, it's great. I really came back. I was surprised by the invitation because I haven't been very active lately, and this is really a top-notch league for America's Cup or Australia Cup hopefuls, and I'm kind of a has-been. But it's better to be a has-been than it never was. And one good thing about the Congressional Cup is nobody from overseas has ever won it yet, and even if they do, they're not going to be able to take it home.
A couple days ago, I had lunch with Ted Turner. Some of the people here really know how to sail, and they're at the top of the sport. And I understand that, Harold Cudmore is one of the best paid professionals, and he makes $100 for an event like this.
Dennis was worried about the age problem, but Dennis, don't worry. Ted and you and I don't look so bad when we compare ourselves with a jury. As Dennis said, there's no free lunches. I'm about to pay for that one.
For 50 years, the Congressional Cup has been known as much for its entertainment off the water as for its exciting racing on the water. And today should be no exception once this ominous fog clears and these 10 boats head out to the water for more round-robin qualifying action here in day number 2. Still under cover of fog, we meet our first match. Simone Feres is in the dial-up to the right, and local sailor Scott Dixon on the left. A few minutes have actually gone by before Dixon will fall off on starboard, still pinned though, and Feres will protect the right-hand side on port. Dixon forces Feres to the right, split tack start, and the Long Beach sailors will be down here to the left on starboard. Dixon does 2 tacks in very short succession to the leeward bow of Feres, but that slow speed just gives the Italian team momentum to roll over the top. Into mark number 1, the Italian team has turned it into a 2-boat length advantage over the locals from Long Beach. Dixon's done a nice job. 2 jives later, Feres was forced, because of Dixon's wind shadow, to split to the left-hand side. 1 jive later, and Dixon makes the move work. Well, 2 jives later, and Dixon has done too much steering to try and out-jive Feres, who has smoothly reeled in the American team, and now the Italians are set to be inside at the mark, but first they'll have to break the overlap and get a jive in. Well, the overlap is broken, the poles are down, the jibs are going up, Feres is bow forward but can't jive until Scotty does. Here comes the jive, nope, fake, Dixon on starboard, Feres yelling about it, time to go, flags will definitely be flown but not before sails will come down, and the boats will try to round the mark. Dixon's got to get his main in and get over the top of Feres, protecting the inside. Who's going to have it? And Feres held on to the inside position. He'll round the leeward mark just ahead. The 2 teams will head back upwind. We'll head back to the starting line to see 2 competitors, both of whom have won the Crimson Blazer twice before. Ian Williams down here to leeward and Dave Perry to windward. Williams on port works to get across. Dave Perry's bow on ley line for the committee boat. Both teams will now head towards the Belmont Pier. Heading into the line, pretty even start for both teams. Williams to leeward, Perry to windward. Perry and Williams split all the way. Here's Williams on the left-hand side, tacking to check in. When the teams converge, it is Williams on top of Perry. Back on the finish line, it's Feres over Dixon. And at the leeward mark, Williams leads Dave Perry by about 3.5 lengths. Into the finish, Williams has translated his lead into an insurmountable one. He'll take his 5th win of the regatta so far. A new move in the dial-up, or rather no dial-up, for Taylor Canfield, world ranked #1, sailing against New Zealand's Phil Robertson. 2 minutes later, and the boats tussle it up down here off the pier. Great for the fans who are watching above. And it's a good view from below as well. Phil Robertson's put himself in a bit of trouble. He's too close to the line. His bow is nudged over it. Canfield tacks to leeward. 10 seconds to go. Canfield will get a great start on port at the boat. Robertson over early, has to duck back. Breeze picking up a bit and shifting right as it often does here in Long Beach. That gives Canfield the early lead, and he'll capitalize on it. At the top mark, Canfield increases his lead to 3 boat lengths over Robertson. Our next match has reigning Con Cup champ Simone Feres. He's on port, crossing another Crimson Blazer former winner, Johnny Burnson. And Feres is across into the Belmont Pier, much to the delight of the crowds. Port starboard right off the pier. I wonder if we'll see a flag here from, yes, Burnson. Now, did Feres do enough to keep clear? Kirk Brown says yes, green flag. At the gun, pretty clean start. Feres to leeward has just a little bit more wheels, but Burnson is clear to windward. After the first cross, it's Feres ahead of Burnson. The reigning Crimson Blazer champion knows he's earned a lot of respect coming back to Long Beach.
I'm here with my team, a very strong team this year. Yesterday was I was feeling a bit rusty, and I was not aggressive like usual, but I need to focus and call Simone to be back. It's not about the pressure. I think it's just to find well yourself and to find a balance of aggressivity and to be smart with this kind of boats, and if it works, you can be successful.
Meanwhile, the world-ranked #1, Taylor Canfield, bests Robertson as they head to the finish. Sparks are flying between Burnson and Feres. Burnson has caught up and overtaken the Italian team for the lead, but it's far from over. Now Feres rolls Burnson. Burnson rolls into a jog, trying to keep his air clear. Head to wind check. Feres is aggressive to leeward. Burnson responds. More luff from the Italians. Burnson will keep clear, but it's very close. Umpires to make the call. Couple flags there, green. Double jive from Feres, then a luff. 2 more flags from both boats. The umpires getting a workout in this match. 2 drives later, and Burnson is in command. His lead now 2.5 lengths and growing. Burnson and his family have been coming to this regatta for years, and they love every minute of it.
Yeah, well, we have made some really good friends here after coming back year after year. So that makes us a really good connection to the place. And of course, the racing is extraordinary in front of the Belmont Pier. We have some perfect spectator view, and the course is so great to race on, and we really enjoy doing match racing here. My kids love it here very much, and when we came here and arrived to the housing family, my 7-year-old guy said, it's so great to be home.
And Johnny Burnson will take the win, much to the delight of the Long Beach Yacht Club fans.
Champion, Johnny Burnson.
Another Crimson Blazer winner is Francesco Bruny, fresh from the America's Cup. In his match, he's now on starboard against Scott Dixon from Long Beach. Less than a minute to go. Bruny leads Dixon around the pier and back towards the line. Dixon will spin. He wants the right. 2, 1. There's the gun. Bruny, nice job. Dixon, late, will start behind. We're only 3 lengths from the line. Already 3 tacks from each boat. Dixon is aggressive. Bruny responds. 5 tacks later, and the Italians are gaining. What Dixon doesn't know is that those guys have been training in the gym for 2.5 years and eat nails for breakfast. After Mark 1, it's Bruny off to a substantial lead. With the hood on the back of the boat, looking tough. That's Taylor Canfield, world ranked number 1, and he's on starboard against Australia's Keith Swinton, looking to get across, but I don't think it's going to happen. Swinton doesn't make it across. Canfield spins him around. Swinton's going to try and get on board, but I'll bet Canfield will have another go. Swinton's trying to get to the pier, trying to use it for protection, but it doesn't work. Canfield keeps slapping him. Back to the left. Back off the pier, but Canfield is still in control. For Swinton, it's a get out of jail free card, at least to get across the line, but not before Canfield takes the right and the start. And on the finish line, another win. Francesco Bruny beats Scott Dixon. And across the line, it's another win for Taylor Canfield and the US 1 team. Well, the standings got mixed up a bit, except for one. Ian Williams is still on top. Keith Swinton moved down a little bit, and that made room for Mathieu Richard, Francesco Bruny, and Taylor Canfield, who round out the top 4. And of course, only the top 4 move on into the semifinals. But there's an entire another round robin to sail, and it begins tomorrow. I'm Tucker Thompson for T2P TV. We'll see you then. You like it?